Every so often, a piece of technology pops up that just looks like it was ripped straight out of a sci-fi movie. A machine that makes you rethink what's even possible. Well, today, we're going to deconstruct one of those very concepts. So, take a look at this. This is the MRN2. And yeah, at first glance, it looks like some kind of insane, armored motorbike from a battlefield of the future. But is it just a motorbike? Not even close. Calling it that completely misses the point of what this thing really is. To really get what the MRN2 is all about, you've got to look past that familiar two-wheeled shape. We're talking about an entirely new category of vehicle here, a whole new breed of machine. In fact, its creators don't even call it a bike. They call it an autonomous mobile platform, or AMP for short. And that's exactly what it is, a true fusion. It takes the quick, nimble design of a motorbike and mashes it together with the brain of autonomous robotics and the tough-as-nails body of advanced engineering. All right, let's start peeling back the layers, and we're going to begin with its physical structure. Because this isn't just some metal frame we're looking at. This is a super advanced protective skeleton that's designed to survive in some of the most hostile places you can imagine. And lucky for us, we've got the engineering blueprint to guide us. This gives us an awesome, detailed look at all the intricate parts that make this platform tick. So let's break down what we're seeing. The materials science going on here is just incredible. The core skeleton is a titanium-reinforced monocoque chassis. So what that means is the outer skin is actually the main support, kind of like an eggshell. Then you wrap that in carbon fiber panels. The result? A frame that's ridiculously strong, but also super lightweight. And you can even add a layer of Kevlar, which means this machine is built to just soak up impacts and handle the brutal twisting forces you'd get on extreme off-road terrain. Okay, and the first thing you probably notice, right, are those enclosed wheels. Now, that's not just for show, it's an incredibly practical design choice. It shields all the important mechanical bits from mud, sand, and debris, which is absolutely critical in the jungle or the desert. Plus, it improves aerodynamics, protects the rider, and even helps with tactical concealment. It's a win-win-win. So that's the body. But now it's time to look under all that armor and get to the heart of this machine. Its totally unique and incredibly versatile powertrain. And this is where things get really clever. You see, the MRN2 has two main modes. In its hybrid mode, a hydrogen fuel cell is doing the heavy lifting, but it's also smart enough to recapture energy when it brakes, and it can even get a boost from solar charging. But then, for stealth missions, you can flip it into electric silent operation. It runs purely off a battery pack, creating almost no sound and a very low heat signature. That is tactical flexibility. I mean, just look at it. It looks mean. It looks aggressive. It's a vehicle that's clearly built for the front lines. You'd expect it to just roar to life with this thunderous engine, right? But here's the twist. All that aggressive styling, it hides its single greatest secret and its greatest tactical advantage. This machine was engineered from the ground up for the exact opposite of a roar. We're talking near zero noise. The power to move like this, almost silently, that's what makes it a revolution. All right, so we've covered the body, and we've covered the heart. But now, we get to the most significant piece of the puzzle, the real game changer here. We're talking about the brain of the MRN2. See, the MRN2 is designed with something called Level 5 autonomy. Now, that's the absolute top of the mountain for self-driving tech. It means the vehicle can handle all driving tasks, in any conditions, with absolutely zero help from a human. This isn't just fancy cruise control. We're talking about a machine that truly thinks for itself. So how exactly does it think? Well, it's got a whole suite of sensors like LiDAR, and it's using them to constantly scan the world around it in real time. It's not just blindly following a GPS line on a map. No, it's predicting obstacles before it gets to them, it's making millions of tiny corrections a second to stay balanced, and it's even recalibrating its own suspension on the fly to find the absolute best way through tricky terrain. So what can you do with that kind of intelligence? Well, this opens up a whole new playbook. You could send it out ahead of your troops for unmanned recon. You could use it to autonomously deliver critical supplies to a forward position. Or you could even deploy it remotely into a high-risk area, all without ever putting a rider in danger. Okay, let's zoom back out and put all these incredible pieces together. You've got the advanced frame, the silent hybrid powertrain, the autonomous AI brain. What do you actually have when you look at the complete picture? Well, the projected numbers really tell the story. We're talking a top speed of up to 160 kilometers per hour, an operational range of up to 400 kilometers,
And it's all packed into a machine that weighs around 200 kilos. And there it is again, that key spec, a noise level that's near silent. It's fast, it's got range, and it is unbelievably stealthy.
And a machine like this isn't designed for your average highway drive. No, it's optimized for the most challenging, most punishing environments on the planet. Brutal deserts, dense jungles, complex urban war zones, and for high-stakes missions like border surveillance and special ops.
You know, this quote from the source material just hits the nail on the head. The MRN2 isn't one thing or the other. It really is a fusion of tactical motorbike design and autonomous robotics. It's what you get when those two worlds smash together to create something brand new.
So, the MRN2 is more than just a cool concept. It's a benchmark for what the future of intelligent mobility could look like. It pushes the envelope, and it leaves us with one really big, provocative question to chew on. What happens when the vehicles on the battlefield can think for themselves?